December 23rd. It's cookie time again. We're doing National Pfeffernusse Day. Pfeffernusse. You pronounce it like you do Pfeffer. Anyway, it's a German cookie. It's like a spice cookie. It's this little round, from what I can see, little round ball spice cookie that's tossed in powdered sugar. And it's supposedly the longer you let it sit in a tin and kind of just, you can make this like weeks ahead of time from what I've read, and the flavor just intensifies as it sits and kind of ferments. I don't know. I thought a cookie you're supposed to eat when it's hot out of the oven, fresh, crispy, with a big glass of milk and just go for it, you know. This one, they say, no, you let it sit for a little while. It gets better and better. Okay, well, eat one every day and tell me when you're done with your 20, say you make 2 dozen, when you get to the 24th day, let me know if that's even better than the day one first Pfeffernusse that you had. All right, so we're going to get started today with our ton of spices here. It's a bunch of them that go into this mix. So I'm really curious. You can, I mean, it's got all the cloves and the gingers and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to have that flavor profile. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what this one tastes like. Alrighty, so let me just make sure I got everything and I'll be right back. We're going to start with 2 1/4 cups of flour. Okay, now Pfeffernusse, from what I read, stands for, or translates into, pepper nuts, or something like that. Something like that. My friend Mark will have to help me out. I think he speaks German, so he can tell me what that translates into. Okay, to our flour we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom, which I'm glad that I have another recipe to use that, because I have this bottle of it and not too many recipes call for cardamom, so I'm glad I'm getting some use out of it here. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Pfeffernusse, see? Or Pfeffernusse. So you just whisk that together with your flour, so it's basically seasoning our flour and turning it into this spicy mix. It smells great. Next, you should know this by now, we're almost a year in with this, you know, your butter and sugar. We gotta cream our butter and sugar. So you take a stick of softened room temperature butter to 3/4 cups of brown sugar, okay, packed brown sugar, and just cream this together. Oops, sorry, while that's mixing, I found one of my dry ingredients still over here that I forgot to add in here. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda added to your 1/2 teaspoon of all the other stuff in here into your flour. Good thing I saw that before I mixed this into our wet ingredients. Okay, so 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda too added to that whole spiel of spices. Okay, next to our creamed butter and sugar here, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of molasses. Now you can choose whatever molasses you like, whether you like the lighter kind or whether you're using, like we are, blackstrap molasses, which is the real dark stuff, okay? And then next to this mix, 1 egg and a teaspoon of anise extract. You know, that stuff that smells like licorice. It's like, oh, it smells so good though. Reminds me of sambuca. Or ouzo, which we have in the house, we've used a couple times. And then finally, you're going to add this dry mixture to this wet mixture. Make sure before you do that, you stop your mixer, you scrape down your sides, make sure everything's incorporated, okay? So just slowly, turn that down a little bit. I don't want it flying up in my face. And I'm just going to add this as it mixes, okay? So there's our Pfeffernusse batter. It's pretty dark. It's almost like gingerbreadish, it seems like. I'm going to use my scooper. Now, they say if your batter seems loose, you know, not as stiff as this is, this actually turned out pretty good, you want to put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes or so, because you want to be able to roll it into a ball, okay? So that's what we're doing. We're actually going to roll these into a ball, and then we're going to bake them at 325 for about 13 to 15 minutes. Okay? I hope these don't spread out like our maple cookies did the other day, because otherwise we're going to have one big sheet of Pfeffernusse. I'll tell you that. Alright, so I'm going to do all of these, roll them, we're going to put them in, and then have some powdered sugar ready, because as soon as these come out, you let them cool for about 10 minutes, and then you toss them in the powdered sugar, completely cover them in powdered sugar. I mean, you probably dust them if you wanted to too, if you're not a big powdered sugar fan, but the way that I've seen them, the way that they're traditionally done, the whole thing is just tossed in powdered sugar, okay? Alrighty, we'll see you when these come out of the oven. Fingers crossed, everybody, that they don't spread all over the place. I don't think so, though, because most of the pictures I saw, they look like a regular cookie. Alright, be back. Okay, it's just about 13 minutes, and we're going to see if we have Pfeffernusse. There you go. Alrighty, I haven't looked, I haven't peeked, I have no idea what to expect when I open this door. You're going to see it just like I'm going to see it for the first time. Hey! Look at those beauties. Pfeffernusse! I just love saying that now. It's like that other German word with the cars. What do they call it? Pfeffernusse. Pfeffernusse. Let's see what they look like here. Oh yeah, they're nice and soft, but I want to take them off of here because if you leave them on, they get brown. Now here's another thing that I read specifically about these cookies. Somebody who did them said that, you know, with cookies that use molasses, brown sugar, those kind of things, they tend to brown a lot darker on the bottom. So one of the ways they said you can correct that, which I never heard of this before, but I'll take her word for it, or their word for it, is double panning, which is 2 cookie sheets. One cookie sheet sitting on top of another cookie sheet. I don't know. Looks like it works to me, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get my other tray going. Let these cool for about 10 minutes, and then get your powdered sugar and your sifter and a big bowl ready, because we're going to sugar coat these with our powdered sugar, okay? Be right back. Okay, so what you do, take one of your cookies and put it in your sifter here. Move the sugar closer. Take some of your powdered sugar and just dump it on there. Just kind of go like that. You're going to do it in this bowl because you're going to try to, once you have a decent amount of sugar in there, you'll try to repurpose that sugar. Okay? There you go. That's it. That's what you do. Okay? So, you just keep doing that until you sugar coat all of your Pfeffernusse. That'd probably be better off just dumping it in there and then sifting it. I'm doing it backwards. See? Just coat it with the sugar, and then you can use your strainer here just to kind of shake off any of the excess, because you don't, I mean, you could really sugar coat it if you want and just leave them in there, toss them in there, but I don't know, I kind of like that dusting of it. Alright, we'll be back to taste these when I have them all done, because I like to get my work out of the way first, and then we try them. Okay, never mind that idea with this strainer thing, that doesn't work. Or it doesn't work well. Just toss them in there and then shake off the excess and put them off to the side, okay? So I'm just going to take one because I want to take it while it's still warm and give these a try, okay? Wow, that's a good cookie. Reminds me of something. We definitely get that anise flavor, that licorice flavor. But then all those other spices just come into play. Oh, wow. It reminds me of something. I just can't put my finger on what it is that it tastes like. This is a German classic traditional Christmas cookie. Let me tell you, it is now going to be one of my classic traditional Christmas cookies, because this cookie is fantastic. Wow. I didn't think it was going to have this intense of a flavor. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I thought it was going to taste like, but just blows away the expectation of what I thought it was going to taste like. And now I'm dying to see, if you wait a couple weeks, what this tastes like. I don't know. It's just put it in a tin and enjoy it for weeks and weeks. Alright. If this flavor intensive, I mean, it's so intense right now. Alright. Anyway, I'm mesmerized by this Pfeffernusse. Try these, everybody. If you're looking for a new Christmas cookie, you only got tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So you only got one day left to make some more cookies if you didn't bake all your cookies already. Alright? But these are fantastic. Try them. Add this to your cookie list every year. You'll just be amazed at how well they come out and how good they are, and just they're squishy. They're cakey. I don't know if it stays that consistency over time, but who cares? Enjoy, everybody. See you tomorrow, Christmas Eve.